So Devin Haney on facing Gervonta Tank Davis, he says that he think that this is going to be the biggest fight in boxing to be real. Now, he doesn't know exactly what it's going to take to get the negotiations and finalize the deal with Tank Davis, but he does think that this is going to be the biggest fight in boxing. And I want to give my thoughts on this fight, whether or not it'll be a big fight or the biggest fight, and give like a little bit of a thought process on how this fight will break down. What's going on, y'all? Much love, peace, and blessings. This your boy, Get a Mic. Welcome back to Gym Boxing, and we're going to talk about a little bit about Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. We know we got Devin Haney fighting this weekend, I think, versus Regis Prograis. So this should be a good fight. We probably going to do a live stream after that fight is over. And now we know Gervonta Tank Davis is, one of the bigger stars in boxing, okay? Whenever he fights, the stars come out. He usually puts on tremendous performances, gets the knockouts, just a very flamboyant, flashy young star. And we know that Devin Haney, he's a really, really good up-and-coming boxer as well. Got a very, very high ceiling. He's fought some decent names so far now. He just came off a fight versus Lomachenko, which in the fight I thought he didn't get the win, but he fought really well in that fight. That's no shade against him or anything like that. I think he put up a good performance, but I just didn't think he got the win. But him versus in the future, I know he can't overlook Prograis. Prograis is a tough matchup. But if he was to ever get that fight with Tank Davis in the future, is that the biggest fight to be made in boxing? I think if that fight was to be made and we was to get like a date, I think that would be the biggest fight that's actually happening at the specific time that is made. Do I think that's the biggest matchup that could be made? No, I don't think so. And the reason why is because there's a lot of different matchups in the sport of boxing at this point in time that can be extremely huge. Not only, just for the professional, just the whole scene, like where you bring in the casuals, you got the stars coming out, just the talk, all the articles, the writers writing about it. There's a lot of different fights that can be really, really big if they were to be made. Like, for instance, in the heavyweight division, we got a lot of different fights up there that can be extremely big. We know right now Deontay Wilder, he's getting ready to fight on the undercard of Joshua. But that also, if he was to ever, if they was to both get out of there with a win, we know that Anthony Joshua and Wilder fight, even though they've both caught some losses, that fight is well past due when it was supposed to happen. They are heavyweights. They are huge. They're like some of the more bigger fighters in the sport of boxing, man. So we know that fight can be extremely huge. We know a lot of times the bigger fights comes from when there's different races or nationalities that's fighting. So anytime you get like a black fighter versus a white fighter, or you get a black fighter and a Hispanic fighter, or just anytime you mix up the different nationalities, you get like a big Mexican versus Puerto Rican fighter, Dominican Republic, the Cuban, anytime you start mixing up nationalities is when fights start getting bigger. Both of these brothers are from the same nationality. They both what you would call Black Americans, and that could take away some of it, but we also understand that both of these fighters are some of the best in or around their weight class. All right, they both put on some extremely entertaining performances from time to time. So it could be the biggest fight to be made if that fight actually happens. Now, I know a lot of people, they look at Tank Davis as though he is just a knockout artist. Okay, a lot of people, we talked about this in the live stream as well, but I don't necessarily think that Gervonta Davis gets enough credit for his boxing ability. I think the guy is extremely skilled. He's very tactical in the way he, applies his pressure. He has very good counterpunching ability. Just an all-around good boxer. You know what I mean? And I think he doesn't get enough credit for that. Do I think he could have issues, with a Devin Haney? I believe so, because Devin Haney is much taller. He's got a lot more reach. He's not easy at all. He knows how to box going forward, going backwards. He lets his hands go from time to time. So that wouldn't be a situation that I think would be an easy, fight for Gervonta Davis. It wouldn't be easy at all. But we also know that he has vicious power, and when he throws his combinations together, or if he was to counterpunch Haney or something like that, we know that he could probably hurt Haney, if not drop Haney. You know what I'm saying? And we know that's something that's possible to happen, man. So, you know, can it happen? Absolutely. You know, will this fight be made? Who knows? You know, we just don't know at this point in time. But if that fight was to ever happen in the future, I'll definitely be watching. I'm pretty sure most of you guys will be watching. And also, you also have the Shakur Stevenson fight out there. We know Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, they sparred when they were younger. It was a big public sparring match that everybody's seen. I'm pretty sure most of y'all seen it. And it looks like Shakur Stevenson was kind of getting the upper hand on Haney, but not really. You know, at certain times he was, but we know that's a long time ago. That was many years ago, and both of these fighters are, you know, they're much different fighters than they once were. You know, so you can't really look at those sparring matches and think you're gonna tell who's gonna win the fight, because that's not the case. But yeah, man, it's a lot of interesting matchups that could be made in this sport. We definitely got Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford that's going to be getting a rematch. So that's another big fight that we got to keep an eye out on. And yeah, man, so we definitely got that coming. So I'll be back here with another video. We're going to probably do a live stream after the Regis Progress and Haney fight. So y'all stay tuned. I really appreciate everybody for checking into the video. Feel free to smash the like button, share the video with your friends and loved ones. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. I got mostly my motorcycle stuff on there, but you can follow me on there. If you guys want to support the channel, Cash App at Get a Mic 24. So we're gonna do that, man. So I really appreciate everybody for checking in. Much love, peace, and blessings, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.